Marty Springstead was one of the most successful umpires in Major League history, even becoming the executive director of umpires in 1986. And Springstead said that he would never forget umpiring behind the plate for the first time in the big leagues. It was 1966 in Washington, D.C., and Springstead was just 28 years of age. Frank Howard, the left fielder for the Washington Senators, who was actually a year older than Springstead, came to the plate. Here is Frank Howard's 1971 Topps baseball card. And that photo doesn't really do him justice because Frank Howard was a monster. He stood 6 feet 7 inches tall and weighed 275 pounds. He's one of the most intimidating players to ever swing a bat. Twice he led the American League in home runs. And that, coupled with the fact that he played in Washington, D.C., earned him the nickname, the Capital Punisher. Well, Frank Howard stepped into the batter's box that night in 1966, and the first pitch to him was a knee-high fastball that Springstead called a strike. And immediately, Frank Howard looked back at the umpire and he said, "Get something straight, Buster. I don't know where you came from or how you got to the big leagues, but they don't call that pitch on me a strike. Understand?" Well, the next pitch was in the exact same spot. And Springstead yelled, "Two!" And Frank Howard looked back at him and said, "To what?" And Springstead goes, "Too low. Much too low." That is the power of intimidation. And intimidation can have a paralyzing impact on us, leaving us despondent and unproductive. And God certainly doesn't want us cowering in fear. In fact, the most often repeated command of Jesus in the New Testament is fear not. And so don't let others or the circumstances of life or the devil intimidate you. Sometimes we hold ourselves back because of the prospect of failure or the threats that we perceive. But we need to move forward in the will of God. Remember, if God be for us, who can be against us? Thank you for watching, and be kind.